Join Kids Hat family.
Tia and Tofu are going on a school trip while traveling in the bus.
I am so excited, Tia. This is my first school camp. It'll be so much fun.
Tofu, I know you are excited, but you should remember what parents told us. We have to be safe and careful throughout.
Tia, I am a big boy, and this is my first adventure. I'll be cautious throughout, I promise. I am so happy we are going together. La 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 la.
It's a camp, Tofu, so I don't want you wandering around alone at all. We'll have lots of fun, but we'll stick together and be like a team. Like Batman and Robin, like Hansel and Gretel.
Hansel and Gretel? I haven't seen that movie.
It's not a movie, little one. It's a story of two siblings, just like us. I think this is the best time for me to tell you this story. So, sit tight. Hansel and Gretel. Once, a poor woodcutter had a son and a daughter named Hansel and Gretel. One day, they get an evil stepmother. One night, the stepmother tells the woodcutter,
"The kids eat too much. We'll be starving soon. So let's leave the children in the forest and get rid of them."
What are you saying? No!
But the wife was very persistent, and she kept talking until he was convinced. Hansel overhears their conversation. So that night, Hansel goes out and collects shiny white stones.
We'll find our way back home. Stop crying, Gretel. Hansel, tomorrow we are going to die. What do we do? Don't worry, we will survive. Good night, Gretel.
Hansel hides the stones and sleeps. The next morning, the stepmother takes the kids to the forest. Hansel keeps dropping stones on the ground, thinking, "We can follow these stones home."
Children, wait by this big tree. Just sit quietly here, and I'll be back to get you.
But she never comes back to get them.
Let's wait for nightfall, Gretel. I dropped a trail of white stones all the way here. So, with the moonlight shining on them, we could get back home. I am so scared.
So at night, Hansel and Gretel follow the shiny stones out of the forest. The stepmother was secretly angry. A few days later, the stepmother again tricks the children.
Let's go have a picnic in the forest. Here, take this bread to eat later. We'll go in the morning.
This time, the stepmother locked their room at night, and so Hansel couldn't pick up any shiny stones. Next morning, on their way to the forest, Hansel crumbled his bread and left a trail of crumbs instead. Deep in the forest.
This looks like a good spot. You both can take a nap here while I go and cut some wood.
Hansel and Gretel knew she wouldn't come back again. They slept. And waited for nightfall again. When they woke up, the birds and wild animals had eaten up all the crumbs.
Now we will never find our way home. I am so upset for us, Gretel. Hansel, don't lose hope. Let's walk and maybe we find our home.
After walking the entire day, they find a small house.
Look there! A cookie house! Wow! Oh, the house is made of chocolate with a roof of cake and sugar windows. Come, come!
The hungry children didn't even stop to think.
I want a big piece of the cake roof. Yum!
Suddenly, they hear a voice.
Children, come inside. You seem hungry. I'll make you yummy food right now.
The lady was an evil witch. The kids go in the house with her.
It's a trap. I like to eat kids. I made this house to lure you in. Now I'll fatten the boy up and make a tasty treat for myself.
Her eyes were red. She had terrible eyesight, but a good sense of smell. She locks Hansel in a cellar. She makes Gretel do all the housework, all the chores. Hansel and Gretel cried and begged, but she had no mercy on them.
Come on, girl. Cook something delicious for your brother. He should be fat enough to be cooked by the end of this month.
A week passed. Hansel ate delicious food, while Gretel was always hungry. Every morning, the old witch went to Hansel's cellar and shouted,
Show me your fingers, boy. Let me check how much fatter you've gotten.
but Hansel would always stick out a little bone for her to feel, because the witch couldn't see very well. She was furious that Hansel was staying so thin. One day, she lost her patience and shouted at Gretel,
I don't care anymore. I'll cook thin Hansel today and eat him anyhow. And start the oven.
Gretel had no choice, and she started doing what the evil witch told her.
Now get in and see if the water is boiling enough.
How can I get inside the oven? Please show me so that I can check the water.
Stupid girl. What is wrong with you? It's so easy. Look, you just need to step here and...
Gretel cleverly pushed the old woman in the oven and shut the door. The vicious witch burned to a crisp. Gretel rushed to the cellar and set Hansel free.
Hansel, my dear brother, the witch is dead. Now let's run out of here and find our home.
How happy they were! While running out of the house, they saw wooden chests all over in the witch's room. They were filled with gems and gold. The children filled their pockets with as many gems as possible and left the house. Hansel and Gretel walked for a few hours when they got to a bridge that they knew well and was close to their house.
Look! Father! Father!
Hansel and Gretel could finally see their father at the porch, looking miserable because his wife had died.
My dearest children, I'm so happy you both are alive. I am sorry for letting you go.
The three hugged, and precious gems started to fall out of Gretel's pockets. Both the children emptied their pockets in their father's lap. They told their father about the evil witch and how they got her treasure.
Oh my God, I am happy my kids came back safe. I will never leave you alone now.
Finally, they could have a carefree life and lived together, happily ever after.
Ooh, witches are scary. We are about to reach the forest camp very soon. Don't leave my hand when we go hiking in the forest. I want us to be like Hansel and Gretel. I promise not to go anywhere alone. Does this forest have a cookie house or a witch, Tia?
Tofu, it's just a story. Hansel and Gretel shared an adventure like a team. Don't worry about any witch. It's just a camp. I hope we find a cookie house like Hansel and Gretel.
Cookie house, yum! That sounds wow! I am hungry now. Give me the chocolates from the bag, Tia, please.
Whoa, that was odd, wasn't it, Tia? Yes, it reminds me of Henery, the ghost of the Warren family house. What is Henery's story? Once upon a time, there lived a beautiful family of the Warrens. Jim and Alice and their two children, Penny and Rick. They had just moved into the new house. Penny and Rick loved their new house. Look, Rick, I can see till the lake from my bedroom window.
That's awesome, Penny. Come and see. From my window, I can see our garden.
I am glad you love your rooms, children.
Maybe you can tie a swing for them on the large tree, Jim. The children were excited by their mom's suggestion. They quickly went to the garden and helped their dad tie the swing for them. Later, they came back into the house, had a lovely supper, and everybody went to sleep. It must have been a few hours into the night when Rick was awakened by a noise in the garden. He looked out of the window. It was the swing, and someone was on it.
Who is there?
Hearing the sound, whoever was on the swing quickly got off and ran away. Rick also went back into his bed and fell asleep. The next morning, the Warrens gathered for breakfast.
I saw someone on the swing last night. I couldn't see clearly in the dark, but it was someone short.
What? That's not possible, honey. I'm sure it was the wind playing tricks with you.
Oh, Mother, it is possible. I did see someone last night.
The day wore on, and everybody forgot about the person on the swing. Rick and Penny were playing in their room when Penny called. "Hey Rick, look, there's someone on the lake." But there was no one that Rick could see. The next morning, the children told their parents about what they saw on the lake, and their parents dismissed their fears yet again. A few days passed. The children kept seeing odd shapes, and their parents kept refusing them. One day, Penny found that her maths homework book was missing. Soon Rick found that his favorite cricket bat was missing. But Mom, Dad, you have to believe us. The grown-ups were about to disagree with Rick and Penny again when suddenly Mrs. Warren's stew-wok came flying at them. Everybody ducked.
Looks like the children were right. There is a ghost in this house.
Yes, there is.
We must figure out what the ghost wants. And so everybody decided to talk to the ghost.
They waited in Penny's room at night, hoping that the ghost will come to take more of her books. And right as they were, the ghost came and went to Penny's desk.
Hello, Mr. Ghost. Oh, hello there.
Everybody was shocked. The ghost was no more than a boy.
How can we help you? Help me? Really? Yes, we would love to. That would be nice. I am stuck here like a ghost because I died before my last wish was not fulfilled.
Really? Tell us, please. How can we help?
My name is Henery. I was a very good student and I loved math. In the last week of my life, I had written a maths exam. I knew I would top the class, but before the teacher could declare my results, I died. I want to make my mother proud of me. I wish the teacher would check my test paper and she still keeps in her desk and tells my mother the score.
As Jim and Alice watched Henry's ghost go out of the window, they decided to help him out. The next morning, they inquired about Henry's school and teacher. Once they had found her, they went to her and requested her to please check his paper. Just as Henry had said, he scored the highest in class. Next, we must find Henry's mother. Let us talk to the principal. And so the Warrens got Henry's mother's address from the principal. They set off towards this address. They found Henry's mom and explained their case to her.
Is my Henry all right?
Yes, ma'am. And he loves doing math.
And he wanted you to have this. My son Henry, he stood first in class again. I am so happy.
Suddenly, Henry appeared in front of her mother.
Mother, I am so happy to see you. I kept my promise, Mom. I came first in class. All I wanted was for you to know that I came first.
I feel free to go now. Henry, my son, I will always be proud of you. Jim, Alice, Rick, and Penny, I will never forget this. Thank you so much.
As everyone watched, Henry turned into a bright light and vanished. The Warrens returned to their home, never to be disturbed by any ghosts again. Wow, Tia! I never knew that there can be some good ghosts too. Well, Tofu, like there are good people and bad people in this world, there are good and bad ghosts too. You know, I have decided what I want to become for Halloween this week. Let me guess. Henry? Absolutely. How did you know, Tia? I just did. Now come on, let's go home before the cold wind comes back.
These cookies are so yum. I can eat them forever.
Tofu, have you ever imagined what if these cookies become alive?
Alive?
This reminds me of a story. The Gingerbread Man. Long ago, there lived an old couple. One day, the old woman cooked a gingerbread cookie in the shape of a man. As soon as the gingerbread man was cooked, he jumped out of the tin and ran out of the open window, shouting,
Don't eat me!
He ran away as fast as he could. The old couple tried to chase the gingerbread man, but he was too fast for them. Soon, a hungry pig saw the gingerbread man and said,
Stop! I would like to eat you.
He too joined the chase. The gingerbread man was too fast and said,
You can't catch me. I am the gingerbread man.
A little further, a hungry cow saw the gingerbread man and said,
Stop! I would like to eat you.
She too joined the chase.
You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
Next, he met a horse. The horse too joined the chase. Finally, the gingerbread man came to a river and stopped, as the river could make him soggy. A clever fox came by and wanted to eat him up. But he pretended to be nice and offered help to the gingerbread man. He asked the gingerbread man to climb on his head so that he could take him across the river. The gingerbread man was so scared of water that he agreed. As soon as they reached the other side, the fox tossed up the gingerbread man in the air. He opened his mouth and ate him up. That was the end of the gingerbread man.
I don't want my cookies alive and get eaten by a wolf.
Ha 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 ha! Enjoy your cookies, Tofu.
Tia, I can't do it.
Try, Tofu. You can.
Tia, I can't. Anyways, it's too high for me and I'm too short.
Listen, Tofu. I have a story for you. Would you want to hear it?
Sure.
The sour grapes. Once, in a forest, there lived a furry fox. He was wandering around the forest in search of food.
I am so hungry. I need to eat something.
The fox was passing a vineyard, but he wasn't aware it was one.
I am so hungry that I can't even see what that round thing is.
He went a little ahead but stopped as he noticed the smell of the delicious grapes.
Wow, there are so many grapes in this vineyard. My mouth is watering.
The fox looked at the grapevine and drooled. The fox jumped up towards the grapes, but the grapes were too high for him. He tried and tried, but the effort was futile. He tried again, and this time he was about to touch them, but failed again.
Oh, I am so tired. These grapes are too high. I can't reach them at any cost.
He sat there and thought for a long time that how he can get those grapes. He suddenly got up and said to himself,
Those grapes are probably sour. In fact, I don't like grapes. Why should I try so hard for them?
The fox couldn't reach the grapes and hence escaped by making excuses. But his tummy kept growling of hunger and he had to go without eating anything. So Tofu, the fox had to go empty-handed because he just made an excuse. Always remember, you won't achieve your goals if you give up by making excuses. So let's go and try again. Tia?
Yes, Tofu.
My teacher wrote a report that I need to get signed by Mom.
What? Why?
She said that I didn't do things as asked.
Oh, why is that?
I just thought she's giving instructions just like that. I didn't think there was any meaning to her instructions.
That's not a good thing, Tofu.
Yes, but why does she give so many instructions? And why do I have to follow them always?
I think you should follow your teacher's instructions, otherwise you will experience something similar to Peter Rabbit.
Why? What did he experience?
Peter Rabbit. Once upon a time, there lived a rabbit called Peter Rabbit. He lived with his mother and brothers, Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail. One day, their mother told them that she was going out for some work.
Children, I have to go finish some errands. Till then, you can go and play in the lane. Just be careful that you do not go to MacGregor's garden at all. You all remember that your father had an accident there, don't you? Mrs. MacGregor had put him in the pie.
Once their mother had gone, all the brothers went down the lane to play. Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail were very good kids, and they followed their mother's instructions. But Peter Rabbit was a naughty one. He went to the MacGregor's garden all by himself and squeezed himself under the fence. The garden was full of delicious vegetables.
Wow! So many vegetables! I will eat them all.
And quickly, Peter Rabbit filled his stomach with lettuce, French beans, and radishes.
Oh, I think I have eaten too much. I need some parsley to help my stomach.
And so Peter went looking for parsley deeper in MacGregor's garden. He was just crossing the cucumber patch when he ran into Mr. MacGregor.
Thief! Stop! Stop right there!
Mr. MacGregor ran after Peter, trying to catch him. The moment Peter saw him coming, he took off.
Oh no! I must run. If I get to the shed, I should be okay.
Peter quickly dashed into the tool shed and dived into a can. The can was filled with water. But Peter had no choice. Mr. MacGregor had followed him into the shed.
Where did that rabbit go?
Mr. MacGregor couldn't find Peter anywhere, and so he decided to check outside the shed. As soon as he turned away, Peter got out of the can and dashed out. But Mr. McGregor spotted him.
There, that thief! After him! I won't let him go this time!
Somehow, Peter managed to get away. He caught his breath and sat down under the blueberry bush. Just then he heard someone talking to him.
Are you okay? Can you help me find the way out of here?
The mouse showed Peter the way out of the garden. Peter quickly got out of the garden and headed home.
Oh, Peter! Good, you're home. What took you so long? Nothing, Mom. I am just very tired. I think I will sleep.
The mother was very surprised. She let Peter go to sleep early. At supper time, she made the children's favorite dinner. And served them the carrot pie that she had got for them from the market. But Peter Rabbit was so tired that he slept through the entire dinner and missed his favorite meal.
Oh no! I don't think I ever want to experience anything like that. I will think twice before not following any instructions from my elders.
That's awesome, Tofu. Come on now. We'll get you some carrot pie and then you can get the report signed by Mom.
Yes, let's go, Tia. For your favorite rhymes, stories, and more, join Kids Hut family. Subscribe here.